All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim who go out throughout the four corners of the earth to teach us truth in all sincerity. Shalom to you, Akim. This is a continuation of some videos that I've been starting from a magazine that I found when I was at the store. And the first one I did was Elijah's Chariot of Fire, and then I got into Zechariah, him seeing the scroll, and I'm going to get into the second half of this, the last two paragraphs of this this book, and or this magazine. So there's a lot of bones to spit out, but it's something that interested me. I was standing there, I opened it up, and it came to these, and I figured I'd get it. But this is The Search for Alien Life: Who Shaped Our World, the History Channel magazine, right? So last two chapters, Zechariah continues to hold forth with the angel who tells him, "Lift up thine eyes." Another object appears this time. It is described as an ephah, which is a container of container to measure dry goods, right? Which is like a basket. This is like a big way to measure things, right? Such as corn. A metallic disc lifts up, and behold, there was lifted up a talent, a round piece of lead, like on a triple beam, or on a weighing mechanism. You would take that lead and you would put it there to balance it out, right? And then that's how you ended up measuring things. So this would be, you put the first one on, that represents 100 pounds, 200, 300, or 10, 20, 30, and then that way you would know, okay, so if I got 30 pounds here and this is less, I need to add another, I need to take off an ephah, right? And then you would have different weights so that you could find the weight of that grain, corn, whatever they were measuring at the time. Then the angel then cast the weight of lead upon the mouth thereof, closing up the woman inside the vessel. Two winged women appeared to convey the vessel away of the land of Shinar, which is the Hebrew name for the Mesopotamia land that was once Sumer, or Sumer, which was Babylon. In Zechariah 6, he says again, "I lift up my eyes and saw, and behold, there came 4 chariots out from between the mountains, and the mountains were mountains of brass." This gets into Zechariah 6. And the angel tells actually I'm going to wait on that and do another video on Zechariah 6. So we're going to get into Zechariah 5 and the ephah. All right. So, right, and they're pretty good right here with what they're talking about. This is the history of what was being said. But the ephah, and basically the chariot, is a representation of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai's judgment. So I'm going to start at Zechariah 5 and 5. Verse 5. Then the angel that talked with me went forth and said unto me, "Lift up thine eyes and see what it is that see what it is that goeth forth." And he said, "What is it?" And he said, "This is an ephah that goeth forth." He said, "Moreover, this is the resemblance throughout all the earth," because when the chariots come back, they're going to fill up the heavens, right? They're going to fill up the heavens, and this is talking about Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai's judgment, because that's the reason those chariots are coming forth. And now this isn't talking about the Babylonian captivity, right, as some would think, because the Babylonian captivity had already happened. So this is talking about that great whore, right? This is talking about Babylon today, which we know is America, spiritually. Verse 7. And behold, there was lifted up a talent of lead, and this was a woman that sitteth in the midst of the ephah, right? And that is represents wickedness, right? Because we are unto women unto the Most High. And he said, the wickedness, and this is wickedness, and he cast it into the middle of the ephah, and he cast the weight of lead upon the mouth thereof, right? Then lifted I up mine eyes and looked, and behold, there came out two women, and the wind was in their wings, for they had wings like the wings of a stork, and they lifted up the ephah between the earth and the heaven. And those two women represent the nation of Israel, because it's not talking about more angels, because the Lord never refers to angels as women, because they are male entities, right? So but he does often call the nation of Israel a tender and delicate woman, right? His woman. We are, brides unto Yahweh Shai. And those two women represent the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. For they, let me see. There's another scripture that goes with that. Let me see if I can find it really quickly. Salakia. All right. I believe I can find it real quick. No, that's not it. I'll come back to that. But anyway, yeah, the women represent the northern and southern kingdom of Israel, and the stork represents that judgment. That because a stork can fly very fast and is very, has very big wings, and it can go long distances. So this the stork in this scripture represents swift judgment, because the judgment of Israel is going to be swift, right? And these other nations, right? It's like it. Get some more Palo Santo going in the air, man. Make sure the spirit's flowing well. This is one of my favorite incense right here. Is that Palo Santo wood. And a good thing about the Palo Santo is they don't harvest the trees. They wait for the trees to fall before they harvest the wood. Which is, respectful of the Most High's creation. But, right, let's continue. Zechariah 5:10. Then I said to the angel that talked to me, whither do these bear the ephah? And he said unto me, to build an house in the land of Shinar, and it shall be established and set forth upon her own base. Right, and that represents this land that we're in right now. Right, Shinar represents the Babylonian Babylonia, not the Babylonian captivity, Salakia. That represents America, and we're here right now, and this is where the judgment is going to take place. That end time prophecy of the judgment of the Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And I got a quick precept to go with this. Jeremiah 28:18, and I will persecute them with the sword, with the famine, and with the pestilence, and will deliver them to be removed to all kingdoms of the earth, to be a curse and an astonishment, and a hissing and a reproach among all the nations whither I have driven them. Right, because they have not hearkened to my words, saith the Most High, Yahweh, which I sent unto them to be my servants, the prophets, rising up early and sending them, but ye would not hear, saith Yahweh. Right, hear ye therefore the word of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, all ye of the captivity whom I have sent from Jerusalem to Babylon. Right, and that's where we are right now for our iniquity. right? That whole fifth chapter of Zechariah is talking about the iniquities, right, and the judgment, the judgment to come, not only for the nation of Israel, but the nation of Edom as well, right? So, with that, we're gonna wrap it up, and just to clarify on that, because all of America is gonna be destroyed, and all the nations that are here are gonna be destroyed, except for the elect. Right, the elect of Israel is going to the 144,000 and one third of the nation of Israel, which is your so-called Negroes, Latinos, so-called American Indians, and Seminole Indians. 144,000 of you will be saved, from this destruction. As for the rest of the nations, most of them will be destroyed, if not all of them. And I guess we'll have probably slaves from the other regions of the earth, not America, because this place shall be called a desolation, and there shall be nothing left of this place, and it shall burn forever, according to the Holy Scriptures. But with that, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to give all praise, glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and Shalom.